Today we're going to look at the Puma ONE hacked football boot. Hack the game, unlock new levels. So that's the introductory card they send with the boots. Thank you, Puma. We really appreciate you sending us football boots. So this is the Puma ONE hacked edition, as worn by Antoine Griezmann, Suàrez, and other top players. As you can see, it's a rather brightly colored boot. Limo green would be a fair description. I have worn these boots. I wore them on a Monday night to an indoor game. They are very comfortable. I had no issues with control, no issues with shooting. I found running, the change of direction, all the normal things that we rely on in the midfield to be at least as good as any other boot, to be fair. My only concern is when you're wearing the flash and you're not in the World Cup final, yeah. Well, anyway, some players want to stand out, other players just want to perform, and as much as I appreciate new boots and expensive boots, because they're about 3,000 Rand or a bit more, bright green is just not my color. Saying that, I love the bright orange ones, but the Hack Pack is probably a boot I wouldn't purchase based purely on the color. So my field test is on the website, so you can read that. I think it scored the second highest of all boots we've ever field tested, just behind the net fits. So there's nothing wrong with the boot. It's a personal preference thing that bright green is not my color. But let's take a closer look. So as you can see, this camo pattern goes pretty much all the way around except for the toe. And then in the camo you have the ONE logo. Incidentally, it's also on the uppers. So quite discreet actually, because it's only clear in one place. Speaking of which, this is a boot that Puma hasn't necessarily gone overboard on with the logo. So there's one on the heel, obviously one on the tongue that we've just looked at there, and one that people will only see if you take a tumble. So stay on your feet. It's a blade, or predominantly a blade, as you can see here, with the longer shaped studs, and then just a few round studs. Now I honestly couldn't tell you what the benefits to round or bladed studs are. I'm just aware of it. So these boots were worn in a very tough game. I seem to recall the match finishing 2-1, and we played a team that collectively was much better than we were, and we had to stay very organized and we had to work very hard. So shots at goals were pretty much limited to the warm-up and giving our goalkeeper his warm-up, and I didn't really get too many shots on target in terms of getting up on the other side of the field, because we were pretty much under the cosh. But what I can say is passing accuracy is superb, and first touch and control and things like that were all brilliant, and that's probably why I scored it second only to the bright orange net fit boots that I do love so much. I think that's where we're going to end it. There's not much more to add. Go read the field test on the website. Thanks for watching.